what's up you guys, it's Nasim here. Now today, I'm going to be giving you guys a special look at the brand new iPhone 14 Plus. Now the iPhone 14 Plus is the newest phone in Apple's lineup. It's basically a mix between the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It has the size and battery of the 14 Pro Max, while also having the same internals and look as the 14, which makes it the perfect phone for people who love the size of the 14 Pro Max, but don't want to spend the extra money or need the extra specs. Even when it comes to price, the 14 Plus costs around $900, which means that it's $200 less than the 14 Pro Max. So overall, I think that this is the best deal in the iPhone 14 lineup. But before I give you guys my final thoughts based on my first impressions with the iPhone 14 Plus, the first thing that we have to do is unbox it. Now the first thing that I noticed when I was unboxing the 14 Plus was that just like on every other iPhone's previous versions, you have that very clean white aesthetic that makes the experience feel similar to other models. On the front we have a picture of the iPhone that basically shows which color version you have. On the right side of the box there's the iPhone wording. On the left side we again have the name of the phone. On the top and bottom we have the Apple logos, and on the back we have all of the additional info about your purchase. Now the first thing that we see when we take off the top of the box is the 14 Plus itself, and I will say it has that very big size to it along with a pretty nice feel. On the back we have the same glass finish that is very similar to the 14, and also we have that glossy Apple logo with the matte sides. We also have the same style camera bumps that look pretty much the same. You have the main and ultra wide camera that I will be showing some pictures of later on in the video. Now on the right side of the phone we have our power button along with our 5G antenna. On the top we have nothing. On the left side, we do not have a SIM ejection port anymore, but we do have volume rockers and a mute switch. And last but not least, on the bottom, we have our lightning port, mics, and speakers. And when we look at the screen, we can see the 6.7-inch display that has the exact same screen real estate when compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And the only thing that I will say is special about the 14 Plus's screen is the fact that it does have a bigger screen and the fact that it's Super Retina XDR. Now, the last things that we have in the box of the 14 Plus is our starter guide booklet, a Lightning to USB Type-C cable, and again, there's no charger in the box. Now the iPhone 14 Plus has 5 different colors in its catalog, starting with the colorful product red, purple, blue, and for the more uniform colors, there's Starlight and Midnight. And the version that I have is product red, and as you can see, it looks really good. The colorful aspect along with the color coordinated rails give it a really good amount of depth, and I really admired that there were different shades with different materials. Even when we look at it in the sun, we can see that it looks very vibrant while also giving off a very nice clean look that I think many people will like. I again really loved how it had matte sides that were the same color and continued the clean colorful aesthetic of the phone. The only thing that I wish Apple could have done was make the whole phone matte, because I think that it will overall be much better in terms of durability and aesthetics. But unfortunately, Apple made it with a glass back, which means that if you use your phone without a case, you will have a ton of fingerprints every time you hold it. Now the iPhone 14 Plus has a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display that I will say was very great based off my first impression. It was brighter, the quality was better, and it did great, so I was pretty satisfied with the outcome. I again really like the fact that the size was perfect but still has smaller bezels to give a slightly better visual experience. It wasn't too big and it wasn't too small, so I really liked how it felt. The display was really responsive out of the gate. Everything that I clicked on moved and responded very quickly, and I will say that overall it felt pretty much the same as the 13, but to be honest, that's a really good thing. The 14 Plus will also have iOS 16, which gives you so much more things to do with your phone, like the ability to unsend text, the ability to have much more customization with your home screen, and even the ability to quickly change your wallpaper. And now when it comes to the build quality on the 14 Plus, it was one of the more quality builds within this price range. Again, I really like the matte sides for the premium feel, but like I said before, the back is glass, so if you're like me and don't like it, you can use a case. But besides that, the front of the Plus has a ceramic shield screen, and the back has a glass back, which means that in most cases, if you do drop it a few times, then most likely it won't break, but there's always a risk, especially with a glass back. Now right here, you can see how well the 14 Plus fits into my hands. It's on the bigger side just like the 14 Pro Max, but if you prefer the bigger display and better battery, it's definitely worth it. Now if you put it in your pockets, it will be on the bigger side, so take that into consideration when you carry it around. Now the 14 Plus has the same 12 megapixel main camera along with a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and I pretty much got the same exact pictures when comparing it to the iPhone 13. And when we look at the daytime outside photos, we can see that it looks really good like the previous versions, very sharp, and overall gave a natural effect. The selfie camera was pretty much the same as last year if I'm being honest. The selfies look good, especially when the lighting was right, and I haven't experienced any yellowing yet like on previous models. Now when we look at the daytime inside photos, I was again very happy that I didn't see any yellowing, and the photos came out nice whether the lighting was good or it wasn't good. I also wanted to give you guys an example of how the phone records video before I gather my final thoughts about it in my final review. And when we look at additional specs on the iPhone 14 Plus, it has the same 815 Bionic chip. It has a starting storage of 128 gigs that goes all the way up to 512 gigabytes. It has a 4300 mAh battery that supports 20-watt charging, and it has an IP68 water resistance rating. And there it is, you guys, my review on the iPhone 14 Plus. Now stay tuned for more because I will be giving a weekly update on it where I will go into detail with how it holds up. But let me know down in the comments, do you guys think I should do a day in the life on the 14 Plus? Let me know. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.